Welcome to section 3. In the earlier sessions, I am giving the lecturing related to the biological wastewater treatments. Under that, we are I am presenting a topic related to the activated sludge process, its principle, design, and problem related to the activated sludge process. Once we are familiar with the activated sludge process, means suspension mode of biological treatment. Next, we pass on to the trickling filter. Trickling filter is comes under the attached growth system, and also it is known as percolating or sprinkling filter. Percolating or sprinkling filter. Okay, trickling filter are adapted for giving secondary treatment to sewage. It consists of tanks of coarse filter media over which the sewage is allowed to sprinkle or trickle down by means of spray nozzles on rotary distributors. The percolating sewage is collected at the bottom of the tank through a well-designed under drainage system. The purification of sewage is brought about mainly by the aerobic bacteria, which form a bacteriological film around the particles of the filter media. Here, mainly, this is comes under the attached growth system, in which the microbes are attached to the inert material, attached on a inert material. Once it is attached to the inert material, once the sewage or organic matter is come in contact with the attached growth, automatically the microbes present in the attached growth is start to consume the organic matter present in the particular one. By that, it degrade or decompose the organic matter present in the particular one. So trickling filter is a best example for the attached growth system. Under attached growth system, there are so many other things are there. Rotating biological contractor is also comes under this one. Okay. Next, the typical section of a attached growth system or trickling filter is as shown in the figure. So once the filter media, usually it is inert material, it may be coarse aggregate, plastics, and all these things, pebbles, and all these things are the coarse inert material used for that particular process. Once the microbes are form a film layer, biofilm, otherwise biofilm. It's called as film layer is constructed over that particular one, and inner media is anaerobic in nature, and outer of that particular one is aerobic in nature. So in outer one, there is a if the wastewater flow over the media, then automatically the nutrients, organics which are present in the particular one is consumed by the microbial aerobic bacteria which are present in that particular one by utilizing the oxygen for their survival or for their production of energy, resource, and all these things. And the end product is come out from that particular one usually free from the organic matters. Once the wastewater flow over the particular media, usually at the outer film, there is a aerobic reaction which takes place, and the thickness of the film is usually varies from zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2 mm in thickness. Once the concentration of the microbes as well as the organic matters is goes on increasing, thickness of the film is also goes on increasing. Once the thickness of the microbes is goes on increasing at the outer film, there is a sufficient amount of oxygen is available. By that, our aerobic degradation will be takes place. Once the thickness is goes on increasing, automatically the inner surface or inner film is there is a deficiency of the oxygen will takes place for the microorganism as well as the organic matter which are present in the inner film. Is a deficiency of the organic will be takes place. By that, usually anaerobic digestion will be takes place, means anaerobic decomposition will be takes place at the inner one due to the shortage of the oxygen in that particular one. The film which is developed due to the contact of the organic matter or wastewater with the inert material is called as the film layer or biofilm. In that, the reaction will be takes place. By that, it reduces the concentration of the organic matter present in the particular one. Once usually This process is goes on increasing. Once the wastewater flow is goes on increasing, automatically thickness is also increasing. By the thickness of that particular one, the amount of degradation of the organic matter will be goes on decreasing with the thickness. Okay, this is the simple principle which is adopted or which is occurs in the trickling filter. So the flow sheet of the trickling filter is as shown in the figure. Usually after treatment, primary treatment means after screening, grid, as well as primary settling tank and all these things to remove all the floating materials and inorganic materials and all these things. Then it is enter into the trickling filter. Okay. Once the after the preliminary treatment, it is enter into the trickling filter. It contains usually organic matter as well as suspended solids. When compared to the inorganic metal, percentage of the organic as well as suspended matters is more. So once in the trickling filter, it is the wastewater is sprinkled over a media, solid media. It is usually termed as solid media. Automatically, due to the voids which are present in that particular one, the wastewater passes through the solid media. Once it is passes through the solid media, the microbes are form a film layer. By that, the microbes is come in contact with the organic matter and it is used as a nutrient for decomposition of the organic matter. And also there is a drainage system is there. There is a drainage system is there since the voids is there, and there is a provision for the ventilation and also which is helpful for the required amount of oxygen for the degradation. Once there is a voids is there which is passed through the voids, and finally through the drainage system it reach the settling tank or secondary clarifier. So once again, in the secondary clarifier, there is a provision for the separation of wastewater as well as the combination of the microbes as well as the organic matter, and some amount of the sludge. Some amount of the sludge is returned back to the trickling filter. Some amount of the sludge is returned back to the trickling filter to maintain the required amount of food for the survival of the microbes. It is depending returning sludge ratio of the returning sludge or amount of returning sludge is mainly depending upon the design criteria. What about the percentage of food required and activities, microbes, and amount of sludge returning efficiency and all these things. And it is usually return sludge is reach the inlet of the trickling filter by the pumping and all these things. If there is any excess of sludge is there, then it reach the sludge drain beds for the final disposal of the sludge after giving the some of the treatment which is required. Okay, this is the typical cross section of a trickling filter. Typical cross section of a trickling filter. In that particular one, mainly inlet pipe is there. Inlet pipe is there. From there, inlet effluent is enter into that particular one. And at the outlet of the inlet pipe, okay, there is a distribution is there. There is a stay rods is there. Okay, and from the center of the this main pipe, there is a outlet orifice out there. There is a outlet orifice out there, and also it is connected by number of guy wires. Rotating arm is connected by the number of guy wires, and also there is a project for the rotation of the arm, rotating arm at a speed of 1 to 2 rpm, 1 to 2 rpm. And in the rotating arm, there are number of orifices are there. Number of orifices are there. Through the orifices, the wastewater is sprinkled over the filter media. Depth of the filter media is depending upon the type of the filter, whether it is rapid high rate trickle filter or slow rate trickle filter, whatever it may be, but it is usually 1.5 to 2 meter in depth. So it is sprinkled over the filter media. Once it is, and there is a provision for the ventilation port and all these things for the aeration purpose and all these things. Once the wastewater is sprinkled over the filter media, okay, then the microbes which are present in the filter media is come in contact with the wastewater. Once it is come in contact with the wastewater, automatically the degradation of the organic matter will takes place. By that, the organic matter are split up into a simple form. At the same time, it is passed through the voids and all these things, and finally it reaches the under drainage systems pipes. underground system pipes. From there, the wastewater or the combination of the microbes as well as the wastewater is come out through the outlet pipe. So here the thickness of the filter media, rotation of the arm, rotating arm, as well as the load applied, influent load applied on all these things are very important factors on the design when we go for design of a trickling filter. Usually at the outer ring there is a weir is provided so at the circumference of that particular trickling filter to overflow the if there is any excess of wastewater is enter into the particular one. Packing materials used for attached growth process include rocks, gravel, slag, sand, redwood, and a wide range of plastic and other synthetic materials are used. The quality of the particular one is it is durable one and also it is having a capacity to not dissolve within the wastewater and the wearing tear action and it is free from the dirt, inert material and all these things. And usually the packing is done manually. Packing is done manually. Okay, the trickling filter consists of a bed of highly permeable media on the wall surface. A mixed population of microbes is developed as a slim layer. Slim layer means biofilm is developed over the filter media in the presence of microorganisms. The passage of wastewater through the filter causes development of a gelatinous coating of bacteria. Usually it is sticky in nature, viscous in nature. It is usually the film layer or biofilm layer is gelatinous in nature, viscous, and usually it is jelly in nature. Jelly in nature due to the presence of the bacteria, protozoa, and all these things, other organisms of the media. The trickle filter consists of several major components, including distribution system, media filter media, underground drainage system, effluent channel, secondary settling tank, which is meant for separation of the microbes, wastewater, as well as combination of the microbes as well as the nutrients, recirculation pumps, piping. Each of these components has one or more purpose. The construction of a triple consists of a cylindrical structure and the filter media, which consists of coarse aggregate of size 25 mm to 75 mm. The depth of the filter media is varies from 2 to 3 meter. Underground drainage system consists with adequate openings for the ventilation purpose to supply the oxygen for the degradation of the organic matter present in the particular one. The sufficient amount of oxygen is required. Sufficient amount of oxygen is provided for this system then it may lead to the anaerobic digestion. By that, the efficiency of the trickling filter may decrease. Influent enters the trickling filter through the central column inside the filter and reaches the rotating arm, which has opening or space nozzle through which the influent is spread or trickled to the bed. The rotating arm rotates at a speed of usually 2 rpm. The speed of the rpm is depending upon the concentration of the wastewater as well as the number of microbes present in the film layer. The operation in operation wastewater is distributed eventually over the surface of the trickling filter media. As the wastewater flows over the surface of the media, the organism the slim remove the organic matter from the flow. Step-by-step procedure description of trickling filter. The wastewater in the trickling filter is distributed over the top area. The air circulation in the white space provides oxygen for the microbes growing as an attached biofilm. The organic material present in the wastewater is metabolized by the biomass attached to the medium by the biofilm. The thickness of the aerobic layer is limited by the depth of the penetration of oxygen into the microbial layer. If the depth is more, the number of parts is goes on decreasing and leads to the anaerobic digestion. Increase the thickness of the slim layer and lose their ability liquid then washes the slim of the medium and new slim layer start to grow. This phenomena is losing the slim layer is called as slugging. Means once the thickness of the film media goes on increasing, usually at the outer surface aerobic digestion will takes place due to the availability of the oxygen and all these things. Once the thickness is goes on increasing more than 2 mm and all these things, at the inner surface of the film, there is a anaerobic digestion which takes place, and also it reaches to conditions called as an endogenous phase. Endogenous phase is one in which the microbes are consumed. They are consuming the cell wall for their survival, cell wall for their energy. Okay, once it reaches the endogenous stage, then automatically the strength of that particular biofilm is goes on decreasing. Once the wastewater is passes through that particular one, once the attachment with the solid structure strength is reduced, it is washed away through the wastewater. Washed away through the wastewater. The wash of the whole phenomenon is usually called as slugging. Okay, this occurs due to the formation of the endogenous phase, which is occurs within the trickling filter. Okay, it is also called as unloading of the filter. It is also called as a unloading of the filter. The slugged of film and treated wastewater are collected by an underground drainage system, and finally it reaches the secondary clarifier where it separates the slugging matter as well as the waste water. So this is the cross section of the typical filter media or trickling filter. Once again, what I am explaining earlier, it is the usually top view. This one is cross sectional view. So you see in this one, the influent pipe is there, and central effluent column is there, central column through which it reach the top surface. From there, it sprinkled by the rotating arm, sprinkled by the rotating distribution arm, and also the rotating distribution arm is connected to the central one by guy wires, and there is a revolving head is there. And also usually the depth is 1.8 to 2.4 meter. Once the sprinkle, wait for the sprinkle from the top, automatically it is enter through the voids, and finally it reaches the under drainage system. From there it leads the secondary clarifier one. Without before reaching the underground drainage system, since there are number of microbes or form biofilms where the degradation of the organic material will take place, it is depending upon the what about the loading rate, rotating, what about the application of the wastewater, what about the amount of oxygen is supplied to the particular system, depth, number of voids present, and all these things. Design of trickling filter. Design of trickling filter involves the design of the diameter of the central circular filter tank, its depth, design of rotatory distribution, and underground drainage system. Usually, the design of filter size is based upon the values of filter loading. It is from 22 to 44 milliliters per hectare per day. Usually, organic loading rate is 900 to 2200 kg of BOD per hectare meter, and efficiency is 100 by 1 plus 0.44 U, where unit hydraulic loading in kg per meter cube per day. With an assumed value of organic loading, we can find out the total volume of the required filter by dividing the total BOD5 of the sewage entering the filter per day in kg by assumed value of organic loading. The organic loading can thus decide the volume of the filter. If you want to find out what about the volume usually it is trickling filter is circular in nature. Usually circular in nature. What about the dia? What about the depth? And all these things is decided on the basis of the what about the organic loading. What about the organic loading? Okay. Next, the hydraulic loading rate on the other hand gives an area of the filter required. Means area of the filter is also depending upon the hydraulic loading. When the total sewage volume entering the filter per day is divided by the hydraulic loading, knowing the volume and the area of the cylindrical filter, we can easily find out its dia as well as depth. Mainly if it is circular in nature, we are supposed to find out what about the total volume, and we are fixing the depth. Once you know the volume as well as the depth, it is possible to find out the what about the cross-sectional area of the filter media which is required for that particular one. So usually high rate trickling filter is also modified one. Usually it is modified by the conventional one. High rate trickling filter is the basis difference between high rate trickle filter and slow rate conventional trickle filter is that rate of filtration loading, both hydraulic as well as organic, of former is several times more than the later. Okay, so usually the main difference between the this one high rate trickle filter as well as slow rate trickle filter is in slow rate trickle filter the hydraulic loading is 1 to 4, but in high rate trickle filter it is 10 to 4, 10 to 40. And also depth of the particular one for slow trickle filter is 1.5 to 3, but here depth is in high rate trickle filter it is usually 1, it is 1 to 2 meter. Recirculation rate is 0 in a slow rate trickling filter or conventional trickling filter, but here recirculation rate is 1 to 3, 1 to 3 in the high rate trickling filter. Okay, slugging is intermediate in the conventional one. Okay, the slugging means removal of the film by the flow of wastewater is intermediate one, but here in the high rate treating it is continuous process. It is a continuous process. Cost is more in the conventional one. Okay, in the high rate treatment filter, cost is less. Availability of land is more in conventional. Here it is less. Okay, like that, the higher rate treatment filter having advantages over the conventional one. The main defects of the conventional filters are initial cost, large area of construction, large quality of filter media, and all these things what I am explained earlier. High-rate treatment filter have been advantageously for the pre-treatment of industrial waste and usually strong waste. It is used for the strong waste. If the strength of the municipal wastewater is more, then we may prefer high-rate treatment filter. Normally, food processing, textile fermentation, and some pharmaceutical process waste are not able to the treatment filter. It is not working. It is not efficient for the industrial waste. The two of the some of them because in the food process industry, textile, and all these things, they are using the toxic materials in their manufacturing process or toxic dyes and all these things. Once the toxic and dyes are used, definitely which may affecting on the microbes which are present in the particular. By that, the efficiency of the treatment filter is decreases. So in usually in the industrial wastewater they are not prefer the trickling filter. That too, if there are any uh, toxic materials are present in the particular one. Okay, and then some of the MCQs which are asking related to the trickling filter are as follows. Okay, who use the trickling filter for the first time? It is didn't is used for that particular one. Splashing helps to improve the aerobic conditions. Whether it's true or false, it is true. Trickle filter also called as a biofilter. Yes, it is also called as a biofilter because it forms a biofilm. The supernatant from the tank flows into a usually device. Dosing device. Dash in the trickle filter contains many species like bacteria and roundworms. Usually, biofilm contain all these things. Which of the following is not used as a media for trickling filter? Usually, sand, geotextiles, gravels are used for the solid material or packing material, and paper is not used in that particular one. Which of the following causes thickening of the biofilm? Usually, it is a rapid growth of the organisms. Growth of the organisms goes on increasing depending upon the availability of the nutrients. If it is increase availability of nutrients is more, then growth is also more. What is the shape of the typical trickling filter? Usually, it is circular in nature. Usually, it is circular in nature. What is the depth of trickling filter? Usually, depth of trickling filter, the two aerated trickling filter is from 2 to 3 meter. This spindle is provided at the dash to the support perforated plates. Usually, it is placed at the center. While designing the trickling filter, what would be the depth assumed? Usually, we assume depth of filter is 4 to 12 meter. What is the necessary prior to the trickling filter? Usually, we go for primary clarification. Primary clarification is installed or introduced to remove the floating materials, inorganic materials, and all these things. Which type of bacteria is used in trickling filter? Okay, facultative means both aerobic as well as anaerobic process will take place depending upon the thickness of the biofilm. The breaking of the biomass from the slim layer in conventional filter is called as is lugging. It is removal of the biofilm. Which of the following is called as a conventional trickling filter? Usually, low rate trickling filter is called as a conventional trickling filter. The organic loading in trickling filter is measured in terms of kg hectare meter per day. So, thank you.